Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today is a very exciting video. I know many of you have asked us what neighborhoods are like best to move to in Medina. Whether you are planning your move here, whether you're just curious about life in Medina. Today, inshallah, we're going to be touring the top 5 neighborhoods in Medina for expats. Reading about neighborhoods is not the same as seeing them in person, so inshallah in this tour we're going to be driving through these neighborhoods to give you guys a feel for what it's really like to be in these neighborhoods in Medina. We're going to be showing you guys what's in these neighborhoods, what makes them good neighborhoods for expats, international schools, supermarkets. Let's get started, inshallah. So the first Hay we're going to be visiting is Hay Malik Fahd. This Hay on the very northeast end of Medina. It's next to the Medina airport. So this neighborhood is pretty far from Masjid an-Nabawi. It's about 25 minutes away driving. I would say this neighborhood is more of a suburban part of Medina. It gives suburban vibes. It's going to have wider roads, newer developments. It's going to be a lot less busy than the area around Masjid an-Nabawi, and of course because it is further away you can get more bang for your buck, so you can get larger apartments for less.
Alright, so we are officially in Hay Al Malik Fahd. They got a Nahdi pharmacy, and this is like the best pharmacy in Medina. It's very modern and it has so many services, and it's 24/7.
And here we have a high school. It's called Thanawiyat Khalid Ibn al-Walid, and it looks like this is not an international school though, but it does look really nice and clean.
Looks like there is another school over here, and I don't know if you guys can really see, but this area is very quiet. It's not busy. The streets are like pretty empty. And Hay Malik Fahd has a lot of like bigger homes and even villas, like smaller size villas, if you don't want to live in an apartment. Most people in Medina live in apartments just because of how dense the population is. There's a big masjid. Yeah, it is very clean actually. So this really cool building is actually Quran memorization for women. I don't know if it's just that building right there. It's part of this big masjid. Hifz al-Quran and halaqat for children, and then right here is for women. MashaAllah, just like not even a minute away there's another really big masjid over here. More barless windows. We love to see it. It's definitely for like a slower Medina living here. Alright, so we're on our way to this really pretty park. We've been here once with our homeschool expat group. Clean, and guys, the biggest perk, there's a bathroom right there. A lot of times in Medina, it's very hard to find bathrooms for kids, especially at parks. This one here has an actual bathroom. We'll say this park here is full of expats. Anytime we've come here, it's just been extremely diverse. So many people from different backgrounds here. It's a great place to meet new families. And they have like some food trucks. Okay, so this school is really big. I think this section specifically is like a preschool. Lots of schools back there. Does it say Madaris Al-Khandaq? Oh, that's it. Alright, so here we are. We're at the school here. It's called Al-Khandaq International Schools. It has elementary, middle school, and high school. And this is right behind the park, about like 3 minutes away from that park. So they also have an Athaim, the big grocery store here, so that's good. This is the first big grocery store I've seen in this area. Alright, here they also have a really big gym. They have a women's section and a men's section. This gym branch is like very well known in Medina. As you can see, Hay Malik Fahd is a really nice and clean, very quiet neighborhood. It is further away from Masjid an-Nabawi, but it does have options for Quran memorization for women, children, men. It also has international school options, parks, lots of amenities, and just overall a very nice neighborhood if you are looking for something more calm and something with suburb feels.
Alright, so the next neighborhood we're gonna visit is gonna be Hay Salam or Hay Al-Faysaliyah. This Hay is right next to the Islamic University of Medina, and that's where I used to live. That was where all the students basically would hang out. There's like a lot of bookstores, a lot of cafes, a lot of good restaurants. And if you're into seeking knowledge and you have a family, there's a lot of students, a lot of mashayikh. Muhaddith al-Medina, Sheikh Abdul Muhsin al-Abbad, and his son and his family Sheikh Hamad al-Ansari. They all live in Hayy al-Faysaliyah. So they got a lot of bookstores, Maktab Dar al-Zaman, good restaurants as well. They do have like kids activities, fun cave.
We've been wanting to try this. We need to try it.
Hayy al-Faysaliyah is very, very quiet. There's a lot of expats living here as well.
There's lots of students of knowledge that come here.
A lot of students, that study at the Islamic University in Madinah, that are married. They usually rent somewhere here in this area, Hayy al-Faysaliyah, Hayy Salam. Yeah, a lot of laundromats, a lot of tailors. Right now, the students, they all traveled back home. There aren't many students walking around at this time, just because it's like summertime. They all travel back to their countries for the summer. This nice park here for the kids, very beautiful, very shady. As you guys can see, Islamic University of Medina right in front of us. And inshallah, I'm gonna do a tour of the Islamic University of Medina. Sauce Boss, oh, it's a new location. If you guys didn't see the video, we actually visited Sauce Boss, and they said they were gonna open another branch here in Hayy Salam. More bookstores. There's tons of bookstores. If you guys need like a specific book, there are tons of bookstores, and you'll find, the book that you're looking for. Yeah, this is the police department. They do have Al-Aqiq, Wadi Al-Aqiq here, where we visited so many times with the kids. They love this area. And that's Wadi Al-Aqiq right there. It's huge, like you can get lost in that. So we also got Jami' al-Tayba, which is the women's university, and it's right across the Islamic University of Medina. It's right there, as y'all can see. And then on this on the street here, if you go down, you basically go into Hayy al-Difa'. There's a lot of restaurants. That's where we like that park where we go to, right behind the 500,000. Approximately 15 minutes away from Haram, you just take Tariq al-Salam, and it takes you straight to Bab al-Salam. So approximately 10 to 15 minutes from Masjid an-Nabawi.
You'll find a lot of expats because they're mostly students coming here for this.
Exactly, yep. Alright, so the next neighborhood that we're going to be showing you guys is Khaldiya. Khaldiya is an excellent neighborhood for expats and even like students that have their families here. As you guys can see, a lot of residential buildings here everywhere. Like, it is so packed with residential buildings, and you can find anywhere from 2 bedrooms to 3 bedrooms to 4 bedrooms to even 5 bedrooms, and the prices are not that bad. There are a lot of services here. You'll find one of these stores, baqalas, in every single corner. Plenty of masajid, mashallah, and they're actually still building more residential in this area. So Khaldiya is very, very popular amongst expats. No busy roads in here. You can feel the sense of community here. These are like modern apartments where you have those wider windows with no bars.
These are for sale.
And these are for sale. The owners, they basically buy them and then rent them out.
The really cool thing about Al-Khaldiya is that it's located on a main road, and this main road will basically give you access to everything: hospitals, clinics, schools. There's an international school nearby called Al-Aqiq International School. They also have a lot of hifth centers for memorization of the Quran, which is obviously very important for people who are moving to Medina for their deen. There's also a really big expat community here, so you'll find that in just one building you'll make a ton of friends. It's nice to just connect with people who speak your language and kind of have the same background as you. Another cool thing about Hayy al-Khaldiya is that it's located on Tariq Malik Abdul Aziz. A lot of bus routes are located over there, so you can take a bus to Masjid an-Nabawi and be there in like 20 minutes or less for very cheap. It's about 2.5 riyals each way, so it's a very cheap and easy way to get to and from Masjid an-Nabawi with your family. So the next neighborhood we're heading to is one near Masjid an-Nabawi. It's called Hayy al-Qurban. This one is going to be a little bit different than ones we've shown because it is very close to the Haram. Masjid an-Nabawi is about like 5-minute drive, so 15-minute walk. And there are walkable routes to Masjid an-Nabawi from this area, so if that's very important to you, this is a really great neighborhood to live in. It's giving more of like a city vibe. It's kind of like a downtown of a city. Less suburb, definitely, and more city vibes here. There's a very large population of Africans, Southeast Asians, and Desis in this area. So if you need a community like that, this is a really great place. And as you can see here, it's just, there's a lot of pedestrians here. So again, the driving is going to be a lot less tame than other neighborhoods we've shown, like Hayy al-Malik Fahd, for example, which was further away. That one was very quiet. There's like no pedestrians.
Alright, so the last Hayy that we're going to be showing you guys is Hayy al-Hijrah. Hayy al-Hijrah is an amazing neighborhood for expats. You basically have everything around you. You have a bunch of parks, including the King Fahd Park, which is huge. It's actually the biggest park in Medina, the King Fahd Park. And then you got Al-Qaswa Park. You got a bunch of amusement parks for kids. And then you also have Masjid Hijrah as well, which has a lot of restaurants. Basically from the beginning until end, it's all restaurants. This is one of our favorite parks here on Hayy al-Qaswa. This is actually a huge, I think the biggest splash pad in Medina. And then you have Al-Huqair time, and then you have basically all of Mamshal al-Qaswa, the park. Extremely family friendly area, Mamshal Hijrah.
Right here we have Al Tamimi Market. This one is located on Mamshal Hijrah, and it has basically all the imported goods that you would miss coming here from the west. Philadelphia cream cheese being one of them. So it's really nice to have that nearby in this neighborhood. They also have Bin Dawood, and Al Uthaym is close to here too. So there's a lot of like larger grocery stores here, as well as smaller markets, and just basically everything you need. This neighborhood has literally everything you need. There are also like schools. There's like a school right there. There are several schools here, just not a lot of like the international ones. So that is the downside of it. Yeah, another con of this neighborhood though is it is very busy, especially this right here, this intersection. I don't know if you guys can see that timer, but there's a timer for the red light, and it stays red for a really long time. It only turns green for a little bit, and this is Mamshal Hijrah can get very, very busy, this area. That's it for today's video. Inshallah you guys found it helpful, and if you would like a part 2, please let us know. If you guys would like to see more neighborhoods in Medina that are expat friendly, we would love to make another one, inshallah. And if you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe, and until then, Assalamu alaikum.